Thanks for sticking with us on Sports Extra, sitting down with New Orleans Pelicans guard Kyra Lewis. And we're filming this interview at Kyra's old stomping grounds, Hazel Green High School. Kyra, what does it mean to you to be back here?
It means a lot. Like you said, stomping grounds, just think about memories from when I went to high school here, for my 3 years that I was here, and getting to see I'm hosting a camp here mean a lot to me.
You had quite the career here at Hazel Green. You got noticed by a lot of prominent schools, including Alabama, who you ultimately committed to. Why make the decision to sign with the Tide?
It just felt like here. Every time I would go to Alabama, it just felt like a home atmosphere. I knew some of the guys on the team already from high school, so that made it easier. I know I could go down there and trust people, even with life itself, not just basketball. So it just felt like home, so it was a really easy decision for me.
When you ultimately picked up a basketball at Alabama, you were the youngest player to play a Division I game your freshman year. On the scale of intimidation to, I guess, motivation, where did you fall?
I was probably right in the middle because I was maybe a little intimidated because I hadn't had a summer, so I was just 17, just basically like a high school body going against almost grown dudes. But as far as confidence and skill-wise, I always knew I had it. I just feel like physically maturing, that's what I probably had to do the most. But once I got there and I just played and got the rhythm and everything, my confidence just started taking off after every game.
So you have a great career at Alabama. All of a sudden, you're sitting at a draft party waiting for your name to be called. What emotions were going through you that day?
I didn't know. The whole day was crazy. I remember getting up probably the earliest I didn't get up for a basketball-related thing that, as far as a draft, that I didn't think of. I got up probably like 8, 7:30 in the morning. I was just listening to music like I was going to play a game. I was just ready to go to the hotel. Then I got to the hotel and I was just waiting. Finally, I had put my suit on, took a shower, put my suit on, and then it just felt like for like an hour in the draft, that probably was the longest hour ever. But once I realized I was going to get drafted, it all had just hit me like I was going to get drafted, my dream was going to come true.
Do you remember every second of that hour you were waiting, or was it just a blur?
I remember every second.
Every second?
I remember every second.
Like watching the clock
Watching the clock tick. When the commissioner had first made his little speech, I remember like just moving around, waiting. I remember when I got the call. Well, actually I didn't get a call. I seen it on Twitter before I got picked, that I was going to get picked.
You saw it on Twitter before you got the call?
Yeah. So it was weird, like they was putting it out before and they was telling me I had to check Twitter. And you know, I got anxious, so I checked the Twitter. And as soon as I hit the Twitter button, that was the first thing that popped up. So then it gave me a chance to get ready for the camera.
Wait, okay, so what was the order of events? You checked Twitter, you started...
Checked Twitter.
Okay.
That scene that the dude said they was going to pick me with the Pelicans.
Then you get a call?
No, I got ready, got my name called, then I got the call. Yeah.
What do you remember feeling?
It just felt like a relief because that was my dream my whole life. Like I never had like a plan B, like never no alternate career. I just always wanted to make it to the NBA, so seeing all the hard work pay off and it happening.
You're coming off an ACL tear. How's rehab going?
Rehab's going good. It's going good. It's definitely challenges with it, but being through this is probably the toughest thing I've been through. It just helped me in the long run, like when I go back on the court, because I never take basketball for granted. Not saying that I did, but just every day I can know the next day it just stopped just like that.
Sort of gives you a new perspective.
New perspective, yeah.
This is a good basketball team that the Pelicans have. They just re-signed Zion to a max deal. Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum. They're star power on this team. What are your expectations for the Pelicans this year?
With everything going on in the run that we made last year, it's like I don't see no like ceiling for this team. Like I feel like the ceiling. Well, I wouldn't say I don't see one. I feel like the ceiling is very high. Like it can go as high as it can, like with this team, because we got star players, young good players, good core. Everybody like each other, so people shouldn't be surprised when they see a big year from the Pelicans.
What are your goals for this season, Kyra?
I really haven't thought about goals. My goal is just to get back on the court, just finally checking the game and just be able to run down the court and just play basketball. So I really haven't had like individual goals. I set that alone when I finally get on the court, but for the most part, my biggest goal this year is getting on the basketball court.
What have you learned from your first few seasons in the NBA?
Just always stay even keel, never get too high, never get too low, because everybody's good in the league, and everybody give you your best shot, so just stay even keel.
Kyra, best of luck.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Kyra Lewis. We'll be right back.